Welcome back, everyone, to the NBA 2K24 MyNBA expansion series with the Pittsburgh Force. We have finally made the playoffs, entered the playoffs on a 4-game win streak, and finishing the year like 18-1 in our last 19 or so games. And we enter as the ones who just barely squeaking out over the Knicks. And we will face a team that we just blew out last episode, the Milwaukee Bucks. We beat them by like 25 or 30. And they're back again to try and take us down here in the first round. The Neptunes, our former team, have also made the playoffs as the 7th seed after a pretty rough month of March. They kind of bounced back in April and made the playoffs after a couple of play-in tournament wins. They will face New York in the first round as well. Let's go ahead and get things underway here in round number 1. We're going to try and blow through this first round in this one episode. They'll probably start the same starting 5 that we're used to. And here we go. They're going to start actually Henderson at point guard and not... I forget who they played last time, but they're not going to play him as the starter this time. They will though start Ivy, Leonard, Serb, and James Wiseman. So Chris Murray also taking out of their starting 5. I'm going to keep our lineup the same. I'm going to keep our rotation the same. Not going to change things yet because we're obviously playing great basketball with this current lineup and this current rotation. So let's just dive right in to game 1 and see where things go after that. The 1 seed faces the 8 seed here in round number 1 in PPG Paints Arena. Tip-off is won by James Wiseman. We are underway here in the playoffs for the first time with the Force. And we're going to simcast the first half. Not going to watch a full game here in this one because that would take too long. Pretty back and forth first quarter. The Force, though, jump in front by double digits approaching the end of the first half. And just like our last game against Milwaukee, we put up 68 first half points. Let's jump in for this third quarter and see if Milwaukee can come back or if the Force can extend their lead and essentially close this game out before the fourth quarter even arrives. Down low to Wiseman. He fades away. No good. Nice pass over to Thomas. He pulls up and just in and out over Ricky Henderson. Top of the key. Here's Ivy for 3. He knocks it down. He's also slightly injured, I think, but he's playing through it. Screen set by Person. Hardy gets all the way to the rim and lays it in to open the score for Pittsburgh in this third quarter. We've shot 29 for 55 so far. They are 23 for 50, below 50% shooting. Back and down Person over 2 defenders. Nice bucket there by Serb. Behind the arc, Person takes it all the way to the rim. Got stripped and lost it. Ivy comes up with a loose change. Leonard also hurt, so 2 injured starters for Milwaukee here in this game. Wiseman, the pull-up jumper, nothing but nylon. Off-ball screen set up for Person. He's picked up well. Tom counting down. Towns shrugs off Henderson and floats it up and in. Stepping into a 3. Ivy can't connect. Inside, Person with positioning. He's got the deuce. Assist to Wilson Towns. Here's Leonard. Hop stepping, blocked by Castro. He's so good on that help defense, man. Thomas pulls the trigger on the other end and laces one from deep. The Force lead by 16. And that's going to be a foul off ball by Sebastian Serb on the bad screen. The Force get it back. Ball screens. Thomas, catch and shoots. Pretty well defended shot right there. Inside, stolen by Person, cutting off the pass for serve. Hardy left it short on the other end, and Wiseman cleans things up on the glass. Hardy 1 for 8 here in this game. Not used to him shooting so poorly, but he is here in game 1. Anderson, a pick and roll to Wiseman, defended poorly. Thomas takes Ivy off the dribble, backs him down and lays it in. Handoff and the shots, good from Jaden Ivey. And off to Towns, he goes right at James Wiseman and picks up his 3rd foul. The first on Milwaukee here in the second half. And he misses the first free throw. The back end is up and through. Downhill all the way to the rim, and Ivy responds with a foul of his own. That one goes against Towns. Ivy's already got 18 points. I'm counting here in this game, trying to will his team to the victory. He is the star player of this team, who's got to put them on his backpack. Or on his back, I guess. Hardy splits defenders, gets inside, but missed again. Now he's 1 for 9. His only bucket coming a couple plays ago where he laid it in for 2. Here's Cross. Pick and roll set up. Wiseman, too strong. And it's stolen on the other end as Thomas lost the handle. Cross gets it back for Milwaukee. They trail by 13. Ivy can't make it 10. Lob. Not on the same page were Towns and Clint Hardy. I think that was the target of that pass, but another turnover. It's back-to-back TOs by Pittsburgh, and Wiseman's left all alone. An 11-point Pittsburgh Force lead. For 3. No good from Wilson Towns. Mark Law checks in for the Force, as does the rookie shooting guard Jesse Park. They give this team a spark off the bench. Cross off the dribble, fouled hard at the rim. More free throws for the Bucks. He's an 88% free throw shooter. He's not going to miss these ones here in the playoffs. Out of the corner, catch and shoot. Dustin Person can't get it to go. Inside to Serb on the other end. He pulls the trigger, but can't hit. Got to get the offense going here. Good defense by O'Connor. Towns. Hands it off. Person will have to shoot. Backdoor cut. Leonard makes it a 7-point Force lead. They're chipping away here to close this 3rd quarter. Towns all the way to the rim amongst 2 defenders. Got it to roll in. I just realized, by the way, it is a blackout here in PPG Paints Arena. O'Connor, left-hander good. 3 to go. Towns finds some room, and this time connects from deep. Trying to answer back. It's O'Connor once again. He's got 5 straight points. Milwaukee not going away here. Screen set up by Law. Another open look. 2 in a row for Wilson Towns. Breathing a life into this Force offense. Serb. Blocked by Person. Up to him. He goes up with it, but cannot hit on the other end. Little pick and roll set up. Cross is fouled on the driving take. It's the first on Person, the 3rd on the Force here in the quarter. A lot of free throws here for Milwaukee, and they fit all but one of them. Nice pass. Open three in the corner. It's Keon Malone on the board. Wiseman sets up the screen. O'Connor takes Harrison down low. Lost his dribble. Hands it off. They have to shoot. It's Serb. No good from downtown. Malone, a nice pump fake. He got Serb up in the air and puts it in for two. And just like that, Pittsburgh back up by 14 points. Backdoor. Leonard. Another jam. Harrison lobs it for Thomas. That was a late lob, though. And it goes nowhere. Quick three on the other end. No good. It's poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Milwaukee. Off Keon Malone. All the way to the 10. O'Connor left it short. One final shot here in this third quarter going to be for the Pittsburgh Force to increase their lead, hopefully. Here's Harrison. Almost had it stolen. Griffin to beat the buzzer. No good. It's a 12-point lead for Pittsburgh here in Game 1. 12 to go. Start of the fourth quarter. Does Milwaukee have a comeback brewing? Can the Force hang on to win here at home in their first ever playoff game? Inside feed to Peterson. It's back to 10. Towns blocked out of bounds by the defender. Not entirely sure who that is, but that's a great defensive play. He will check out after making the block. In comes Gerald Sutton. Inbound to Towns. Malone at the rim, left it short and tips it up and in. Great play. And stole it on the other side by Jimmy Thomas. Malone fading away. One-legged shot will not drop in for him. Pick and roll. O'Connor feeds Peterson. Rejected by Malone. Thomas, one-on-one to the hoop. Got it to drop. O'Connor lost his dribble. Hands it inside. Peterson back out off the double. Good passing by Milwaukee, but the three won't drop in. Nice handoff to Malone right into a hard foul as he hits the deck. That goes against Marshall on the shooting foul. First free throw drops in. Malone. 1 for 2. What is that shot by Ivy? Not a smart idea. I'll take it. AJ Griffin fires and connects a foot inside the arc. The Force lead by 17 points. If we score one more bucket and hold them to no points between now and then I'll probably just sim towards the end here. We're looking pretty good. Another pick and roll over the top, and Peterson's wide open. A look down below, the Knicks beats the Neptunes by 1 point, 132 to 131 in Game 1 to barely take a one-game lead. Pretty close game right there. Griffin hands it off. Law can't score but gets it back and misses the putback too. Pick and pop. Here's Paris Cross behind the arc. It's back to 12. Clint Hardy with some room. Finally back on the board with just his second field goal and his first 3 of the entire game. Marshall is fouled, I guess. Thought that was a clean block. It's free throws instead. A lot of fouls being drawn here by Milwaukee in this second half. And it's kept them in this game as Marshall splits the free throws. Towns. Gonna do it all himself. Flipping it up and in. Baiting from the elbow. Peterson. No good. Towns with the teardrop up and good. He's got 4 straight points. He's got 23 here in this game, 10 for 17. He's been great. The pick and roll is blocked that time. Law just stays in front of the pass the whole way. Milwaukee turns it over. Thomas nearly gave it back. He's going to mismatch inside with Law to give us a 20-point deficit. And I think that's our cue to send ahead. A strong finish to this one as the Force take it 124-106. That is a big Game 1 victory right there. Very similar to our last game against this team that we used to close our conference schedule at the end of the regular season, as Wilson Towns drops 23-9. Castro puts up 20-11. Jimmy Thomas 19 points on solid shooting. Nobody shot poorly for us except for Clint Hardy, who goes 2 for 12 with that layup and the 1-3 to get him on the board. Ivy and Leonard both dropped 25, but on less than 50% shooting for both players. And we take it, shooting 53% from the field and 86% at the line. Way better than we usually do. And only 8 turnovers for us, 6 blocks. That is what I'm talking about right there, guys. We lead the series 1-0. Let's continue. In Game 2, the Bucks take an early lead, and they're going to hold on to it approaching halftime. Force trying to climb back in, and we are making it close here. We're going to jump in for this fourth quarter and watch the final couple of minutes here. With like 6 to go, we'll probably jump in for. As Milwaukee... Well, they were leading, but now we've tied the game. 97-all, 6:26 left to go. Let's go and win Game 2. Pittsburgh in the bonus. Milwaukee, not that, but they're back in the lead with the alley-oop to Wiseman. Ivy the assist. Here we go. 97-99. Here's Thomas, the Archangel, showing up to play the fourth quarter. Leonard. Couple of spin moves over Hardy, in and out. Good stop at the rim. One right back to Thomas. Even more open than his last shot. 2 in a row. Pittsburgh leads by 4 just like that. He's got 21 points. 11 of those have come here in the fourth. That is a tough angle, but Leonard knocks it down. What a shot. He's got 17 on 62% shooting. Oh, nice pass. Clint Hardy. Can't knock it down, though. All the way up. Henderson attacks the rim. It's blocked by Towns. Open 3 on the other end. And he drills it. Wilson Towns showing up to play here in his first playoff appearance, or at least his first playoff appearance with this team. He's got some playoff games under his belt with the Neptunes, obviously. He's been here before. Leonard got it to go with the foul against Hardy, keeping Milwaukee in arm's reach and within 1 score. Thomas back out. Shot clock under 5. Towns to Castro, mid-range jumper, got it! And down below, the Neptunes take down the Knicks with a 14 or a 12-point victory behind 40 points from Mac Boyd. He is here to play in the playoffs too, so that's a tied series between the 2 and 7 seed. So Neptunes trying to upset the Knicks here. Bucks trying to do the same to us as Ivy misfires on that 3-point attempt. 3.5 to play here in PPG Paints Arena. Thomas shrugs off his defender, but is too strong off the window. It's a 4-point game. Wiseman hands it off. Serve misses the lay-in. Downs. Great pass out of a shot. It's Hardy in the corner. A fantastic feed by Wilson Towns. Destroying defenders in. The Force lead by 7 now. Inside to serve. Person just got caught sleeping defensively. Person leaves it for Thomas. He can't miss. Ivy, great pass inside. Serve back-to-back buckets. Inside, here's Castro with the lay-in. Offense catching fire here in the fourth. Milwaukee running out of time here in game 2. Ivy downhill, back to Wiseman. The pull-up jumper goes in. Under 90 seconds left to play. Thomas, another wide open look. That is at least 4 fourth-quarter triples. Drop it in for the Archangel. Behind the arc, it is Ivy with the big answer. The game's not over yet. Milwaukee will not give up. One right back to Thomas. 5 straight threes dropping in. This guy is unreal. Serb pulls the trigger but can't respond this time. And time is running thin for the Bucks. One more bucket should put this game out of reach. Setting up for Thomas. He'll try another one. Make it 6! All of them, nothing but net. An unholy performance. 125 to 113. The Bucks gotta go fast here. Ivy with it. Guarded by Thomas. He lost his dribble. Time is counting down. Serve. Can't get it to go. There's no shot clock left. And Jimmy Thomas just completely willed us to a win. We just saw 18 points from him in less than 6 minutes. The Force lead the series 2-0. Jimmy, nothing but nylon Thomas. 8 for 12 from behind the arc here in this game. Double-doubles from Wilson Towns and Person. I mean, Thomas, though, was why we just won this game. We came in tied at 97, and we just scored nearly 20 points in the fourth quarter. I think all thanks to him. I think he had every bucket that we just watched. 18 points, all of them thanks to him. That is insane. 30 and 11 for Ivy on pretty much as good shooting as Thomas had. Only 5 missed shots, 4 missed threes, but it was not enough, and we take it and we lead the series 2-0 thanks to 16 for 32 shooting from behind the arc and a whole lot more free throws than the Bucks had here in this game, and we did not miss too many of those either. And we are one of only a couple of teams to lead 2-0 in the series. They will keep their starting 5, as will we, for Milwaukee's first home game. Here we go, as by the way, the Force, or the Neptunes, just beat the Knicks in game 3 to lead 2-1. So could we be on track to see them in 2 series time in the conference finals? That could be a really fun matchup, but they got to win 2 series, and so do we. We're not done yet. Got to go on the road now and face Milwaukee on their home court. We're off to a good start, but Milwaukee climbs back in and takes the lead. Back and forth first half, Milwaukee not going away. A strong third quarter so far by the Force, and we are leading by a pretty substantial amount here. Milwaukee running out of time. They're trying to make a comeback here, though, making things interesting, but the game is going to end with the Force on top by 7, 105-98, and apparently Homer Castro led us in scoring in this game. 22 for Ivy, 18 for Leonard, but 17, 10, and 5 for Castro. Nobody really was great here in this game for us, and Wilson Towns was bad, going 3 for 17 from the field, but his teammates picked up his slack, and we win by 7 points, despite only 17 fourth quarter points. Definitely our worst three-point shooting day in quite a while, but we have still won several games in a row. That's going to make it 7 games with the 4-game win streak from the regular season, and we are still hot as hell to close, or to really continue this season. One more game to close things out. Let's jump in for the second half of this game to watch us hopefully complete the first round sweep of the Bucks. They take a first quarter lead. We jump back in front here in the second quarter, but it's back and forth. Gonna have a close game here in game 4. We go to the second half with a 4-point lead, 56-52. Let's close this series out. We'll start with the ball here to start this second half. A 4-point lead for the Force. Here's Thomas. No good. Downhill. Henderson hands it off. Wiseman pumps and got the bucket plus the foul. He's been pretty good so far in this series. That's a pretty nice play right there over the undersized Jimmy Thomas. The free throw drops in. And off to Towns. He's picked up by Henderson. Screen comes up. Mid-range jumper. Got it. It's left for Serb. Well-defended 3 there by Person, who is really not taking too many shots here in this playoff round so far, at least when we've been jumping in. It's been mainly Wilson Towns and Thomas with the bulk of our shot attempts, as Thomas is freed up off the missed steal attempt by Ivy, and he drains it. Screen set up. Henderson left inside. Serb too strong off the window. A physical drive, but Hardy can't lay it in for 2. Solid defense there by Peter Leonard. On the other end, Wiseman too much under it, and Person cleans up the rebound. Person hands it off. Here's Towns behind the arc. Too much. Ivy, catch and shoot 3. Good. Lob, backdoor, stuffed out, but Castro gets it back and puts it in. Ivy lost it. It's stolen by Jimmy Thomas. Clock counting down. Towns has to create. The push shots won't drop in for him. Henderson fires. Bullseye behind the arc. Screen coming over. Towns lets it fly and answers right back. Off the screen, Ivy hands it off, and Wiseman coasts inside for the jam. He's got 14 points on a 67% shooting. Gotta play better defense down low on him. Here's Person, mid-range jumper, tough shot, but he got it to go. Ivy shuffles it back. That one almost got blocked, but Wiseman still hits it. Thomas with some room, but he can't answer back. Milwaukee has a chance here to tie or take the lead, but it's almost stolen. And probably should have been, honestly, but Milwaukee retains possession. Shot clock under 10. Back door for Wiseman. Castro gets postered. Under 6 to play here in the third quarter as Jesse Park will draw the foul on Marshall. That is the first foul against Milwaukee here in this half. First free throw up and good for the rookie. Playing some pretty important minutes here in Game 4, and he goes 1 for 2. Wiseman backing down Law. Lost his dribble, and it's stolen by a person cutting off the backdoor feed. Up to Park. It chose not to shoot. Under 5 on the clock, it's Towns instead. No good. Serb lost his dribble. Back out to Ivy with room, but he cannot put the Bucks in front. We're just holding on by a thread here. Here's Hardy. Quick 3. Got it! Time counting down. Marshall has to shoot that one. Might have gotten tipped. I think I heard a slap on the wrist or a slap on the ball there, but no foul was called. 4 to go here in the quarter. Milwaukee is trying to give themselves some kind of a chance here to win a playoff game this season. Here's Law with it. He hands it off. Parks 3. It drops in. The Force lead by 7. Ivy. Over person, no good. Leonard comes flying in and almost got the hoop and the harm. It'll just be the harm, though, and it's 2 free throws for Milwaukee. First one up and good. Griffin, and in place of Clint Hardy, Malone in for Person as Leonard splits the charity stripe shots. Park going for 2 in a row. That one, though, in and out. Marshall hands it off. Good passing by Milwaukee. It's O'Connor. Just in and out. Towns rises and hits. We have shot 47% to their 40%. But they're still in this game. Wiseman has been playing some fantastic basketball. And every game against us, both in this playoff series and the last game we saw them in the regular season. Towns inside, rejected. Law gets it back for 2. Stolen by Law. Just a lazy pass by Marshall. Park hands it off to Malone. He takes a tough 3. And if he would have hung on to it, then that would have been a much better look. Milwaukee gets it back. 2 to play here in the quarter, trailing by 8. Thomas and Harrison come in after a deflected ball out of bounds, and a quick shot goes up and in for Maurice Marshall. Milwaukee, just like last game, not really going away here, at least right now. Here's Harrison, open 3, no good, but Malone gets the rebound and misses the putback attempts. You gotta finish those. Wiseman, blocked out of bounds. Great defense by Law that time. 8 seconds on the clock. Corner screen set up. Marshall fires, but can't connect. Wiseman the board, but also a missed putback on this end. Corner screen set up for Jimmy Thomas. That one won't drop in for him. O'Connor, that's a tough shot. Back iron. Up to Malone. That's a tougher shot. No good. No shot clock left here in this third quarter. Milwaukee will save for the last shot attempt, or a good one. Gotta close this quarter strong and have a good defensive stop right here. And lead by 6 in the fourth quarter. It's Leonard. No good. Ball's tipped out. It's 78-72. Milwaukee on the brink of elimination. 12 minutes left to go. Here we go in the fourth quarter. Wow, what a start. Peterson with the hoop and the harm, and just like that, our lead is cut in half. Okay. We got two starters in right now. It's Thomas and Towns. Malone's shot won't drop in. He has not shot well here in this second half. Marshall blocked by him, though, on the other end, and he makes up for the missed shot and gets us a stop. Screen comes up for Towns. Little pick and roll. And Law is fouled. He's got some free throws. That's the fourth against Alexi Peterson. First one drops in for Mark Law. The back ends. Also good. Big free throws by the big man. Marshall drops in a three. It's back to 2. Milwaukee does not want to go out sad here. Towns with the three. He can't answer back. Milwaukee can tie or take the lead here on this possession. Inside. Sutton. Just barely missed it. Up to Thomas. Fast break. Bang! What was that pass? It's stolen by Towns. Just passed right to him from O'Connor. Corner screen set up. Towns, a foot inside the arc. It just toilet bowls around and out. Unlucky. Stolen by Thomas. Back-to-back turnovers by O'Connor. And Griffin can coast inside for the two-handed flush. Oh, that's a great pass across the court, and Marshall hits it off the skip. So a couple of threes dropping in for him makes it 81-85. Got to play some better off-ball defense here down the stretch. Law going to work inside. Peterson just fails to contest the shot. We'll take it. Isolation for Marshall. Screen comes up. Pick and roll. Peterson missed it at the rim. And he had a Law on his backside. We'll take the stop. Towns at the rim for 2 to boost our lead back to 8. Man, he has really stepped up here in the playoffs in every game but one of them. Clock under 5. Peterson hands it off. O'Connor, the step back. No good. Thomas, the short fadeaway, got it to go. No defense being played by Paris Cross that time. And just like that, the Force lead by 10. Milwaukee under 8 to play and running out of room. Henderson given all kinds of space, and he nails it behind the arc. All right, guys. Again, got to play some better defense here. We have let Milwaukee stick around. It's a little bit too long. Thomas gets the feed. Same spot as last time. Once again, he's got it to go. Another big fourth quarter showing from him. Ivy back in the game. He splits defenders and draws the shooting foul. That goes against Dustin Person. Only 8 points for Ivy here in this one before the free throws. He's been held in check. But he knocks him down. Screen set up for Thomas. Baseline. 2 defenders come over. Towns rises, but can't connect. Good penetration and shrugging off Thomas. No good. Peterson misses the putback. Clock winding down. Thomas has a mismatch on serve. He plays some good defense and blocks the shot. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Under 6 to go here at the Fiserv Forum. Serve misses the 3 just barely. A 7-point Pittsburgh lead here. Here's Person. He can't make it 10. Quick three on the other end. Serve. 0 for 2 on his last 2 attempts. And that's going to be a bad screen set by Hardy. It goes the other way. Wiseman back in the ball game for Milwaukee. Ivy, pick and pop, serve. Another miss behind the arc. Lucky break for us on pretty much 3 straight shot attempts. Inside, Person, high off the glass. That's a beautiful soft touch right there. Ivy steps into a 3. It's wide open, but right now the 3s aren't falling for Milwaukee. And again, they're on the brink of being knocked out here in the playoffs. They have yet to win a playoff game in this series. As Thomas drains a triple and will push our lead to 12. 10 fourth quarter points after 7 in the previous 3 combined. Ivy, great pass to the rim for James Wiseman. Person lets it fly, but can't knock it down this time. It's a 10-point Pittsburgh lead. Hardy almost got the steal there off the pass cutoff. Leonard, another missed triple by the Bucks. That is costing them so far here in this one. The lob is no good for Thomas, but Castro will get back the loose change. Thomas ends it off. Corner 3 for Hardy. Somehow got it to go. Milwaukee running out of time. Under 3 minutes to go. They trail by 13 points. Ivy. Leonard for 3. This time it drops in. Is it too little too late? Clock under 5. Castro the screen. Towns fading away. No good. There's still life in Milwaukee. They have to go fast. They can't really take their time on these possessions here. They got to score quickly. Pretty good defense played so far, though, by the Force. Henderson picked up by Person. Off the screen. He'll fire. And it's good. High screen set up. Thomas lost it, but got it back off the poke out. Hardy, tough shots, in and out. Under 90 seconds left to go. They're taking too much time here. Ivy picked up, and he lost the ball. Knocked away by Thomas and stolen. Towns in the paint. Nearly gave it back. Castro puts it back to a 10-point lead. Only 8 points, but a big bucket right there. And the Bucks are nearly out of time. Serb cannot seem to hit a jump shot to save his life. Thomas, no good. Castro, the board to put him away. It's 105-93. Milwaukee has no chance now. Ivy's fadeaway won't drop in. Only 3 seconds separate the shot and game clock, and this game is over. The Pittsburgh Force are officially moving on here in the playoffs. A 4-0 start to their playoff record. A sweep here in the first round against the 8-seed Milwaukee Bucks. And we are still the hottest team in the league. Who can take us down? What a way to start your first ever playoff run. 22-8 for Wiseman, but Ivy goes 3 for 15 here in this game, 1 for 9 behind the arc. Nobody for us was like a standout player, but Thomas showed up big there in that fourth quarter. So did Towns, so did Castro, who drops a double-double. And we take this game at 105-95, holding the Bucks to sub 40% shooting. And we are moving on with a 4-0 playoff record. Denver, the only other team to sweep their opponent in the first round. They beat Portland 4-0. Meanwhile, Seattle trails against the Pelicans 2-1. And so does San Antonio against the Spurs. That is crazy. The Force, or the Neptunes, excuse me, lead the Knicks now 3-1 thanks to a 35-point blowout victory in Game 4. A lot of upsets brewing here in round 1 of the playoffs. Let's see how things shake out the rest of the way. Seattle comes out on top, winning the last 3 games to take a 4-2 series win. The Lakers upset Dallas 4-2 in that 3-seed, 6-seed matchup. They will face the Clippers, who upset the Spurs again in a 7-game series. Last year, the Spurs lost to, I believe, the Trailblazers in the first round as the 1 seed. That is back-to-back years they have failed to get beyond the first round with Wemby and Fleming on their team. We're going to face the Wizards, who took down the Hawks 4-1, while the Bulls upset the Magic in 7 games in that 6-seed, 3-seed matchup. They will face the Neptunes, who stave off a comeback by the Knicks to take it in 7 games. And both us and the Neptunes are still alive. We could be seeing a Pittsburgh Virginia Beach matchup in the conference finals if both teams win this next round 2 series. That would be a beautiful way to close this year, I think, if we can get that matchup. But both teams have tough matchups. We have to face the Wizards now as the 4th seed. They've got Gerald Geiger, Mel Conley, Andre Wall. We have seen this team a couple of times in recent years. They are not a team to be trifled with, especially with Igor Nevsky as their big man, who's a great inside defender. It's going to be tough for us to score at the rim, I think. And Geiger is a really good shooter, too. Mel Conley's pretty solid. Andre Wall now a starter. While the Neptunes are still led by Mac Boyd, Jalen Duren, and Jovanovic. They've still got Quinn Hilliard. They still have Christian Tatum. So they're still as good as ever, I guess, after a slow couple of months in the middle of the year after the All-Star break. But they have bounced back, and now they're here in round 2 to face the Bulls, who are also very, very good. It's Jerome Vaughn versus Mac Boyd and Martin Red. A very fun matchup in that series. Seattle faces Denver. The Lakers face the Clippers in a Los Angeles matchup. A lot of good series here with 8 teams left to go. That was an awesome opening to this playoff run. Great stuff. In round 1, we got 21 points and 7 boards per game from Jimmy Thomas on 57% shooting and 63% behind the arc. That is insane. Wilson Towns did not shoot very well, pretty much because of that one game where he went like 3 for 17, but he dropped 16 points per game, over 8 assists per game, great passing with the poor shooting, and Castro has shot very well, 63% in the playoffs to this point, on just below 15 points per game, 9 rebounds. Very comparable numbers to a person who's dropping 14-9 as well, with more assists per game and more steals, more blocks. 52% from the field, 22% only from behind the arc. Has got to get better as we move further into this playoff run. But Hardy and Griffin are shooting very well from behind the arc, although Hardy is 34% from the field, 42% from downtown. Griffin has shot very well in both areas, so has Keon Malone. And we're just playing very well as a team. Nobody has really been, I want to say, bad for us, because it's been 4 games. You can't really play bad in 4 games unless you just don't do anything at all. But this team has stepped up, Jimmy Thomas especially, Homer Castro especially, and we have won 4 straight games and our first playoff appearance because of it. Now we got to face the Wizards next time around, guys. The leader in playoff points at this stage is, to no surprise, Mac Boyd. followed by Quincy Gill of the Lakers, and then Jerome Vaughn of the Bulls. So 2 top 3 scorers going head-to-head in that Neptunes-Bulls matchup. Should be a fun one over there. And we are here with a pretty well-balanced team. Our highest score is 15th on the list for highest scores, but we do have 2 really good rebounders with Castro and Person in the top 11. The top assist guy currently is Cade Cunningham, with Towns coming in at 6th at this point. Most steals per game, we have 1.5 per person, which is top 10. Most blocks per game, highest guy for us is Person as well at number 8. So that's where we are right now. The best shooter so far is Mark Law and then Homer Castro. Both of our big men. You cannot go wrong there. Love to see it. And now we got to face the Wizards. That is our team, the 4 seed coming in. We faced them a couple of times in recent years, and those have been some pretty tough games, but we've won a couple of them. Let's go and win another series here in our first playoff run. I will see you guys next time. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave your feedback down below, and I'll see you guys next time for the quarterfinals. Peace out. Have a great day.